Hello, and welcome to our evening reflection for Friday, the 14th of August. One of the many casualties of the pandemic has been all the charities that are heavily reliant on the public raising funds to keep them functioning. So many sponsored events have had to be abandoned. Among them, the many different marathons, half marathons and fun runs, because of course they are crowd events and incompatible with social distancing. But that hasn't stopped some very ingenious and dedicated people who have run or cycled long distances, some without ever leaving their houses, by using treadmills, gardens, garages, and even a balcony to cover the required distances and raise much needed funds for their chosen charities. I have never run a marathon, you're probably not surprised to hear, and I can safely say I never shall now. In fact, I rather doubt if I could run for a bus these days. But I have often watched with admiration the perseverance and dedication of those who do. On one memorable occasion, I was lucky enough to watch the Paris Marathon from the very top of the Eiffel Tower, which was quite a surreal experience, seeing quite literally a bird's eye view of the race, which resembled hordes of ant-like creatures, all headed in the same direction, but stretched out over many, many miles. We often describe events in our lives as a marathon, maybe a meeting or an excursion, a film or a shopping trip. Sometimes we're referring to the length of time that event lasts. But often when we use the word marathon, we probably have in mind such things as energy and commitment, as well as time, that need to be devoted to a particular project or undertaking. Faith, too, is often compared to a marathon, or at least to a race. In the letter to the Hebrews, chapter 12, and verses 1 and 2, in the New Revised Standard Version, we hear, "Therefore, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, let us also lay aside every weight and the sin that clings so closely, and let us run with perseverance the race that is set before us, looking to Jesus, the pioneer and perfecter of our faith, who for the sake of the joy that was set before him endured the cross, disregarding its shame, and has taken his seat at the right hand of the throne of God." And in Paul's second letter to Timothy, chapter 4, verse 7, he says, "I have fought the good fight, I have finished the race, I have kept the faith." In the New International Version of the Acts of the Apostles, Paul says, "However, I consider my life worth nothing to me. My only aim is to finish the race and complete the task the Lord Jesus has given me, the task of testifying to the good news of God's grace." It's interesting that most of the race analogies refer less to winning the race and put the emphasis upon finishing the race and completing the task. Our journey of faith might well be described as a marathon, for it is a lengthy journey that takes us from tentative exploration through learning and experience to a deeper and fuller understanding of God. And we need to pace ourselves. If we come out of the starting blocks too fast, we will never be able to maintain the speed and soon fall by the wayside. At times, we may feel that we have hit the wall when the strength goes out of our legs, our focus goes, and the drive to continue drops dramatically. It is then that we will need the perseverance and sometimes the courage to continue. Paul would suggest that at these times we need to fix our eyes upon the goal ahead and not let ourselves be distracted by anything. I would also suggest, from my observation of races, that running in a group seems to be one of the most successful tactics. The pack sticks together for support, with the front runner changing every few laps to give the others a rest. It is the lone runner who strikes out for home too early, who is frequently caught and overtaken on the home straight, or who drops out before the end of the race. It's a reminder of how much we depend upon one another for support, encouragement, and a sharing of the load. There are times when we can feel overwhelmed as we strive to follow in the footsteps of Jesus and be his church. Lack of time, feelings of inadequacy, frustration when people do things their way and not our way, frustrations when too few people come forward to help with all the jobs that we know need doing, and guilt when we don't feel able to give any more. But we are running the race together, and it is a marathon, not a sprint for the finish line. The important thing is to always keep our eyes fixed upon our goal, which is expressed in St. Andrew's mission statement as to tell and explore the story of Jesus Christ and celebrate and share the love of God. There are those who can run marathons in a couple of hours, and there are many others who jog slowly, sometimes painfully, but with dogged determination towards the finish line. However we tackle our journey of faith, let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us, fixing our eyes on Jesus, the pioneer and perfecter of our faith. Amen. And we end with a prayer from Roots Resources for Churches. Let us pray. Jesus Christ, pioneer and perfecter of our faith, how can we thank you for the life you lived on earth? You accepted the baptism of water intended for sinners. You accepted the baptism of fire, enduring the cross, disregarding its shame. You completed the race that was set before you for the sake of the joy that awaited you. And now you have taken your seat at the right hand of God. Yet you are still with us, encouraging us as we run our race on earth, cheering and strengthening us as we go through the baptisms we too must endure, holding before us the joy that is ours if we persevere. May we thank you with our lives. May we live gratefully, accepting your encouragement, encouraging others, growing in faith and enthusiasm, looking always to you, God's promise to us, God's presence with us, God's very self. Amen. Thank you for watching. Good night. God bless.